Welcome back, race fans, to MaxSpeedTV. Tonight, ECR K&N Series takes the track of Las Vegas for 134 laps. Should be an exciting race here tonight as they battle it out yet again for the most points for the championship. Now, as I said a couple of weeks ago, the ECR K&N Series does not have a chase, folks. So it's the most points at the end of the season who will determine the champion. So they are continuing to battle it out here at Las Vegas. Should be an exciting race tonight. Las Vegas, located in Las Vegas, Nevada, also known as the Sin City. You know, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Well, I'm not sure exactly what happens on the track's going to stay on the track here tonight, folks, but should be an exciting race. I am showing right now about 30 cars out there. These are the K&N cars. So hopefully they can keep it clean and do 134 laps of racing here under green flag conditions. But you know, you get a lot of cars out here, and it does become a handful. I'm hearing different mixed emotions out there on the track. Some saying it's split due to the track temperature of 106 degrees. I'm also hearing, you know, once the tires start to wear down, it does become a problem. So we'll get all that in detail on that as time comes on. But they got about 15 minutes left to go here in practice. I went live just a little bit early. I am actually going to be doing something a little bit different tonight, folks. I'm actually going to try to get an interview or two in before the race starts. One of the guys I wanted to interview should be in Discord, I do hope. And I also got a new mic, so I'm trying that out tonight as well. Hopefully everybody out there in chat can hear me okay. Hopefully the stream's turning out real good already. I know we've just started, but hopefully it does turn out quite better than they have been. But before we go through the sponsors for MaxSpeedTV, I would like to go down through what they do in practice. Every race is, you know, they have a mandatory laps they have to do in practice. Mandatory 15 consecutive laps for tonight before they do their qualifying and grid. Of course, if you miss the driver's meeting and whatnot, and you know you cannot do certain things such as grid or qualify. I believe I do believe if you miss the driver's meeting, you don't get to grid, but I could be wrong on that. Of course, if y'all want a list of the ECR rules, you can check ECR out at www.ecrleague.com. Also on Facebook at ECR League. You can check them out as well. Or you can email or Facebook message some of the league owners out there, Anthony Fitchner being one of them. I do believe he is one of the main league owners, so you can email him or send him a message about ECR and how they run their league. But real quick, we will step away and play the national anthem as we always do before the beginning of every race. And I'd like to give a shout out to Johnny Reed Foley for allowing MaxSpeedTV to play the national anthem. He is the one behind the voice of that national anthem that we play. So a big shout out to Johnny Reed Foley for that. But we will step away and play the national anthem, folks, and we will be right back.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Alrighty, folks, we are back live here with ECR. I'm going to try to get somebody down here to interview. The guy I wanted to interview is out on track right now, so unfortunately we're not going to be able to interview him. But we'll get.
Seconds.
Anthony
If you
Fisher.
ran one more, he would have been good.
Anthony Fisher.
Yeah,
Joshua Booth, man. Got a
I'm
copy?
doing a driver's meeting, bud. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that. We're in the middle of a driver's meeting right now. Okay, well, we got the people out on track. Not sure exactly what's going on here. Okay. Let's see if we can get Anthony up here in just a little bit after he gets done with the driver's meeting. I did not mean to do that. But while he's doing that, we're going to go down through here right now. Bruce Ackerman in practice does hold the top spot with a 30-119, so but they haven't really got into qualifying yet. So you know that's all going to change now. In qualifying here, folks, they get let's see, I've got to go down here. They got 2 laps on qualifying, so they have the 2 laps that they get for qualifying will determine what position they get. They're gonna have to put down a quick time, so they can, you know, try to get that pole. They do get a bonus point for getting the pole, so hopefully they can get that, you know, all done, and you know, hopefully they can win the race here tonight and, you know, rack up those points. Because like I said, folks, there's no chase. So the more points they have at the end of the season, the better. Right now, though, like I said, Bruce Ackerman holding the top spot here in practice. That will change, though, I'm sure, during qualifying. Track temp, 106 degrees. Hot track temp, folks. That's very, very hot. Hot and split. They're going to have their hands full with the split conditions out on the track. They just need to be careful. They have no fast repairs and there's no incident limit. Now, no fast repairs, if they wreck it, and, you know, they're going to have to, you know, set on pit road and get it fixed. As we know, these K&N cars, they can put up a beating in some instances. In some instances, they can, of course, go head on to the wall. It's more than likely going to destroy your vehicle. But they can take a beating in some cases. So be prepared for some cars out there probably to have some dents and scratches on them. Yeah, no fast repairs and no incident limit. You really need to take care of your car. Trevor Rapallo, he won 2 weeks ago at Rockingham in the K&N car. He is looking to win again here tonight in the K&N car at Las Vegas. So good luck to him, and of course good luck to all the drivers out there as well. I'd like to give a shout out to the sponsors for MaxSpeedTV, TND Rustic Decor, Tim Speed Shop, you're in the market for a button box or just something to enhance your iRacing experience, Tim Speed Shop is the place to go. HRE Motorsports and Ohio IndyCar League. Ohio IndyCar League. The Ohio IndyCar League is not only a sponsor for MaxSpeedTV, but a league that I will actually be broadcasting on Saturday nights once a month starting April 14th. If anyone out there, excuse me, if anyone out there in the iRacing community lives in the Ohio Valley or, in the Ohio area, check them out. They are going to race the Indy cars this season. If you're looking for a league, they'll be running the IR18 for the season, which is the new the Indy car that iRacing just released in this last patch. So just check them out. And, Doug Kennedy is, I do believe, is one of the league owners out there. So check them out at Ohio IndyCar League. They are on Facebook as well, folks. So those are the sponsors, and Ohio IndyCar League is a sponsor for MaxSpeedTV. But tonight we are here with ECR in the K&N series. So should be a fun and exciting race here tonight, as we do have some people still out there putting the laps in that they have to get. It looks like Kurt West is out there in the number 95 machine. And there's the checkered flag, folks. Going to be getting into qualifying here. So hang tight while they get situated for qualifying, and we'll see exactly who can get the top spot.
Ready, green, 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 green.
All right, folks. We do have cars on the track. Looks like Kirk West, Aaron Burge, Joey Stats out on track right now. They're going to be putting in their laps. George Munger also pulling out on the track. This is closed qualifying, so there's only one car out on the track at one time. It looks like they're still coming all out. There comes James Lehman as well. Like they're all getting ready to come out on track. Scott Hunsinger coming out on track right now as we speak in the number 22 machine. As these times start rolling in, folks, we will know exactly who gets the pole and who doesn't. Times are not coming in just as of yet. Alrighty, well, here comes the times, folks. It looks like right now, George Munger, Joey Stats, yeah, they're coming in, and they're going to change, too, real quick. So we're not going to be able to really say who's got the pole, because as they put in more times, it's going to change. Right now, Rob Haynes does have the pole with a 30.10, 30.10 is in the number 4 machine out there. Michael Guidry looks like is going to pass him with a 30.07. So Michael Guidry right now has the pole. The times are still coming in, folks. They have not, there's still a lot of people that has not qualified. So, and 2 laps is all you get. 2 laps. James Lehman grabbing the pole. right now with a 30.06. Barely beating Michael Guidry.
Atlanta would have been the closest, but do you guys want to drive a bull?
Somebody better ride.
Turns, you know, like it would have been horrible.
Anthony, you ready?
Yeah, bud, I'm here.
Yeah, well, sorry about that, man. I didn't realize I was still in a driver's meeting, but I wanted to pull you up here, or somebody up here real quick, and kind of talk about Las Vegas, man. I'm hearing some mixed emotions down there on the track. Slick conditions, you know, the tires, the fuel run. It's gonna be a tight race tonight.
It sure is, man. Around lap 7 or 8, you can look to see between 7 and 15. I think is going to be some cautions. The car really gets away from you. The rear end wants to kick out, so it's a lot of throttle control. It feels really good in first 7 laps, and then from like 7 to 15, it gets loose. Around lap 20 to 25, it comes back to you, and it's not as loose. So you can look to see guys, you know, losing it around then. If they get past that mark, we'll be good.
Well, all right, yeah, I'm hearing some mixed emotions out there. Of course, quick times and, qualifying, of course, in practice. But, when racing starts, we know how that changes. Everybody's fighting for position, and, of course, the tire wear is horrendous. But, I wanted to get somebody down here and kind of talk to him. And the one I wanted to talk to, Trevor Rapallo, who won just a couple weeks ago, he was on the track at the time, and I didn't really want to disturb him. So, I ended up getting you during driver's meeting. So, we'll work on that, but yeah, should be an interesting race tonight. I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope everybody out there on the track's looking forward to it as well, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long week. You got 134 laps with the tires the way they are. You take care of them, you can have nice long green runs, and that's the plan here tonight for the number 8 Budweiser, because we had a horrible qualifying run.
All right, Anthony, man. Well, good luck out there, and hopefully we'll see you at the end, man.
All right, bud.
All right, Anthony Titchener decided to pull him down here and got him in a driver's meeting earlier, and unfortunately, that is not my intention, is to disturb them during the driver's meeting, but I unfortunately did that. And of course, Dalton Pucker comes in with a 30.04 and knocks James Lehman off the pole right now. So looks like if Dalton can hold on to it, he'll have the pole, but we got some guys that still have not qualified yet. We have about 10 guys that haven't qualified yet, so we'll wait and see. And if they do qualify, got about 3.5 minutes left here in qualifying with the 2 laps that they get. We'll just have to wait and see if any of these guys that have not qualified decide to put in a time. Jimmy Cooper back out here on the track as well. And he is actually a sub for Centurion Racing. Of course, his teammate for one of his teammates out there, who's also substitute this race, Trey Davis, in the number 18. It looks like got him in the number 30, but Trey Davis, it looks like, is going to be a sub as well. Of course, I must have got the numbers mixed up, but I'm thinking Trey Davis is a sub. George Munger as well for Douglas S Racing, and Jason O'Connor for MJ Motorsport. Hopefully I got that correct and I didn't get them mixed up. I did look on ECR's Facebook page to figure out which one it was. Hopefully I did get that correctly, but Jimmy Cooper in the number 42 U.S. Army machine coming down pit road. Looks like his laps are done as well. Still got, like I said, the 10-11 vehicles not qualified, and they've got about 2 minutes left, and it's counting down. Well, if it's your first time here at MaxSpeedTV and you're enjoying the stream, I do not know how to be quiet. I try to fill the airtime. Please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. MaxSpeedTV does stream pretty much 7 days a week. Sometimes we have double broadcast at night. Sometimes we have some going on at the exact same time. So, you like racing, you like pretty much any type of racing, whether it be dirt, ovals, really anything, MaxSpeedTV is the place to be, as we have a lot of broadcasters and a lot of people that do co-commentate as well. Jeff Dotson, Charles Smith, one of the co-commentators for MaxSpeedTV. They are also broadcasters. So give them a shout out, and I give a shout out to, like I always do, every broadcast is give a shout out to Rudy Cummins for allowing the broadcasters, the new ones, to come along and be a part of MaxSpeedTV. And give a shout out to all the fans out there too. Without y'all, this would not be possible. The leagues as well. Without the leagues, ECR, SRA, and there are hundreds of other leagues out there. Without y'all, it would not be possible to do this and call the races for you guys. So thank you so much. Thank everybody. Thank all the fans as well. So, but as we count it down, about 10 seconds to go left here in qualifying, folks, and then we'll get them on the grid here, and it looks like Dalton Tucker will hold on to that top spot and grab the pole. So, that'll wrap it up for qualifying. And, yeah, we'll get them to the grid.
Caution somewhere, caution.
All right, Dalton Tucker grabbing the pole here for the ECR K&N Series with a 30.040. Congratulations, Dalton, for grabbing the pole on that one. James Lehman going to start in second on his outside. Michael Guidry going to start third. Rob Haynes in fourth. Chuck Carroll going to be starting in fifth. Joey Stats in sixth place. George Munger in seventh. Terry Griffey in eighth. Scott Hunsinger in 9th. Chad Engel going to be starting in the 10th spot. Josh Mayu in 11th. Anthony Fitchner in 12th. David Bordney in 13th. Jimmy Cooper in 14th. Aaron Burge in 15th. Rob Burns in 16th. Ed Adams in 17th. Trey Davis in 18th. Jim Westerfield in 19th. Kirk Quist in 20th. Bruce Ackerman going to be starting 21st. Trevor Rapallo, the 2 weeks ago winner, will be starting 22nd. Jason O'Connor in 23rd. Douglas Hess in 24th. Ralph Vandervorst going to be starting 25th. Pat Rusha in 26th. Matthew McCann 27th. Jonathan Whalen 28th. Scott Jones 29th. Scott Haller will be starting 30th, and that will round out the field, folks. So Dalton Tucker going to be starting on the pole with James Lehman to his outside in the 01 machine. We got 30 cars out there, folks. 30 cars here on the track tonight. Turn up the volume a little bit for everybody out there.
Caution somewhere, caution.
And we are rolling out. I keep forgetting to change it back to race. My bad. Still getting used to IRTVO. There's a lot. There's some buttons that I forget to press, and yeah, it keeps it hung up. But we'll get there. Get that one pace lap to go around. Dalton Tucker going to be starting on the inside in the 14 Chevrolet machine with the 01 of James Lehman going to be starting on the outside on the start here. they come out of 4 to the front stretch. Pace car will be diving off here momentarily. They will get this show underway here at Las Vegas. Pace car dives in, folks.
Green, green, green.
And the
Ready,
green flag
green.
is out. We are racing here for the Elite Championship Racing ECR K&N Series at Las Vegas. These guys get lined out. Who will lead them to the line here, and it looks like oh, that was close, folks. And it looks like the lap will go to Dalton Tucker, who just barely beat James Lehman to the line. Dalton Tucker will lead the first lap. James Lehman gonna be fighting on that high side, makes the pass, go into first place. Looks like James is gonna probably lead the second lap here at Las Vegas, and he does. So James Lehman will lead a lap as well. And going back into the field of ways, it looks like most of the cars are getting lined out. And we've got a spin. Oh, right there, it looks like we got a caution. The stick of Terry Griffey was involved in that. Josh Mayhew as well, if I can catch up to him, folks. All right, we're going to go back and take a look and see what happened. That went by quickly. Alright, it looks like Josh Mayhew is right there. This thing go down on a little bit. Josh Mayhew in the 02. It looked like it might have started up front ahead of him. Oh, it did. It started in between the 6 and the 88. The 6 of Terry Griffey and the 88 of Joey Stats. And it just went on from there. The 02 gets involved. The 8 of Anthony Fitchner gets involved in that as well, and he hits hard into the wall. So the first caution comes out on lap 4 here for the ECR at Las Vegas. Not the start they wanted tonight, folks. This is not the start they wanted tonight, and I'm sure they're not too happy about that, as James brings them all down pit road already. I'm sure some of them are just going to come in and get tires and fuel to keep the fresh tires. And we're going to kind of let them go again before we get somebody up here. Because, 4 or 5 laps is not really a whole lot of laps to find out exactly what's going on down there. So we're going to let them go again. And, if they get it under control and there's no cautions, then, there's no caution. If there is a caution, then we'll get somebody back up here. But it looks like Dalton Tucker is going to win that off of pit road. So yeah, Dalton Tucker is going to win that one off of pit road there, and he's going to go into second. And of course, Chuck Carroll stayed out. He's going to lead a lap, get that bonus point as well out of the way. I'm sure he might come in. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm sure he'll come in. For of course, the tires and the fuel. Of course, they only went 4 laps on the tires, but fuel and tires. The tires are going to play a key here tonight, folks. Tires especially. I'm sure once the fuel wears down, and no, Chuck Carroll is not coming down pit road. He has elected not to. He is going to stay out. He's going to stay out and hope for the best, folks. It'll be Chuck Carroll, Dalton Tucker, Rob Haynes, George Munger, James Lehman, your current top 5. Still a long race ahead of these guys. I'm sure they want to knock down the laps as well. The fuel run, from what I've been told, is around 65 to 68. That is a full tank fuel run. Now, I don't expect anybody probably to go that long because of the tire wear, but that is the fuel tank fuel run is around 65 to 68 laps. Most likely getting fuel around the 30 to 35 lap at the earliest, 50 to 55 at the latest. You know, if you're going to go that long on bad tires, the other drivers are going to catch up with you quickly if they have the fresh tires. So I'm sure you're going to see a lot of different strategies tonight, as 29 cars, it looks like, made the field. Terry Griffey, Chad Engel still sitting on pit road. Pat Roosted did not start the race. So lights are out on the pace car here, folks. We'll be going green next time by with Chuck Carroll in the number 3 Coca-Cola machine, electing to start on the outside, it looks like. Dalton Tucker will be in the number 14 machine on the low side. We'll have to wait and see how this restart happens, but should be interesting. Should be an interesting restart. Going to be Chuck Harrell, Dalton Tucker, George Munger, Rob Haynes, and Scott Hunsinger. Going to be your top 5, folks. They go into turn 3, and they'll be coming out of turn 4 here momentarily. Pace car will dive off, and they will be coming to lap 8 of 134. 134 laps here at Las Vegas. All right, pace car dives in. Chuck easy on the gas, gets a good jump, gets some space between him and Dalton Tucker and George Munger. So good start by these guys up front. They go right into turn 1 here. Looks like we've got a little battle back here going on between, it looks like, the 01 of James Lehman looking to the inside of the number 65 machine of George Munger. We've got a battle going on right here for 4th place, and it looks like James Lehman will make that pass, and he's trying to get a twofer out of the deal. He is on the inside of Rob Haynes in the number 4 machine. And the 14 of Dalton Tucker losing some ground between the guys behind him. Of course, he did not pit, so he has a little bit older tires than they do. So these guys are going to catch him rather quickly here. A little bit further back, 65 of George Munger now looking on the inside of 22 of Scott Hunsinger. So we've got some battles up front going on. A little bit further back, looks like Trey Davis and Ed Adams are going at it for the 11th spot. The number 30 of Trey Davis will make that pass on the 46 of Ed Adams. Trey Davis going to go into 10th. Just like that. Started 18th, now running up here into the 10th spot. And these guys back here kind of going at it a little bit. Anthony Fitchner in the number 8 Bud machine, trying to make his way back up front. He's got some rear end damage after getting into that accident. First accident here. He is looking into the inside of the number, it looks like that would be the number 88, I believe. Yeah, Joey Stat. There we go. It looked like 86 there for a moment. Does make the pass on Joey Stats there, so Anthony will go into 15th. Back up front, folks. Looks like Dalton Tucker is now got company with James Lehman going to the inside in the 0-1. James is going to take over the top spot, and he will come to lead his third lap of the race here tonight, folks, at Las Vegas. Dalton Tucker, the 14, led 5 laps. Tut Harrell has led 4. That's your only lead changers so far here tonight. But still a long race ahead of these guys. I'm sure they're just wanting to wind down some of the laps here. Top 10, Rob Burns in the number 12 machine. Found himself in a good spot. Started 16th, currently running in the 10th spot. So Rob looking forward to make his move probably later on in the race. One of the guys I talked about earlier, who won a couple of weeks ago, Trevor Rapolo, is looking to, make it a second win in a row here at Las Vegas. He's in the number 90 Chevrolet machine right there. He did win 2 weeks ago, so he's looking to get that, capitalize on the Las Vegas win. Anthony Fitchner right behind him and currently running 13th, started 12th. He's looking to make moves. Doesn't look like that damage is affecting him any at all. Still has the speed, and that's what you got to have, is you got to have the speed. Jonathan Whalen, number 85, currently running 14th. Started back in the pack in the 28th spot. Is making his moves as well. Ralph Vandervoort, still running back here pretty much where he started. Started 25th, currently running 24th. I'm sure he's just pacing himself. He knows it's a long, grueling race. I'm sure all these guys know it's a long, grueling race, and they're just pacing themselves, making sure that they have plenty of time to dodge the wrecks if they happen in front of them. Back up front, though, we've got a battle for first place again. James Lehman, though, going to take that one again, has now led 7 laps. So James starting to dominate a little bit, but Dalton Tucker's not letting him get out too far ahead of him. Rob Haynes in the number 4 machine is only about 0.4 of a second behind Dalton Tucker. So there's really not a big gap between them two. James does cross the line first. Yes, he will. And he will lead his 8th lap of the race. Dalton still holding strong, though, in the 2nd spot. Rob Haynes trying to dive it underneath him, but decided not to and better of it, as he's still looking to make moves onto the inside up front. Well, back into the field just a little ways further. Joey Stat, talked about him earlier. Currently running in 14th. We got a little battle back here behind him in the 92 of Bruce Ackerman. It looks like that would be the number 27 of Jim Westerfield. No, Jim is directly behind him. That would be the number 29 of Douglas Hess on the outside, or on the inside, excuse me. Douglas Hess, the 29 machine, on the inside of Joey Stat. A little battle back there. Going between them two, and whoa! Looks like Douglas Hess lost it just a little bit. Good save, Douglas. Good save, and to not spin it, get it straightened back out, and keep the speed up. That's the big thing. Got to keep that speed up. Chad Engel back out on the track. He is a couple of laps down, but good, it is a good sign to see him out here. Still racing, still putting in the laps. Josh Mayu also back out here on the track. Got some damage as well. Caught up in that first incident, but I think they got it pretty much straightened out right now, folks. Lap 21 of 134. They come into lap 22 when they cross the line. And I'm sure they're filling the tires right about now. As we all know, and we heard earlier, you start filling them about lap 7 to 10 laps into the run, and then of course they just get worse as the run progresses. So So it's going to come down to fuel and tire strategy here tonight. Pace car speed 60 miles an hour, pit speed 50 miles per hour. And as you see up front, James Lehman getting a little bit of gap between him and Dalton Tucker, almost a 1 second gap, about 0.8 of a second gap on Dalton. And James is just out in that clean air right now. He's just driving his line and making sure he gets space between him and second place Dalton Tucker. Rob Haynes about 1.3 seconds behind James Lehman. He's only 0.6 of a second behind Dalton Tucker, so he's still right there in the range of catching him. But these tires, man, these tires on this car and this track is horrendous. Not as bad as Atlanta, though. Not as bad as Atlanta, but they do still use tires here. Michael Guidry fired back here into the 5th spot. Started 3rd, but still running pretty strong. Just pacing himself as well. Chuck Carroll, talked about him a little bit ago. Currently running in 6th, started 5th. George Bunger, 65 machine, started 7th, currently running in 7th. So just pacing himself as well. Anthony Fitchner moving on up. Started kind of back into the pack on that last caution and now moved up into the 11th spot. Trevor Rapolo in the number 90 machine as well, moving up. Started 22nd, so big move by him. Aaron Burge in the number 1 machine started 15th, kind of back here running in the 18th spot. He's blinking just a little bit, so I'm going to have to probably get off of him. Not sure exactly what's going on there, but up in front of him in the number 29 machine, Douglas Hess, currently running a 17th. Back up front, though, James Lehman still dominating. Led 16 laps, looking to make it 17 when he crosses the line up here, and it looks like he's got a lap car in front of him. That would be the 02 of Josh Mayu. Now goes a lap down. So I'm sure that damage is affecting Josh right now. As we see, he's staying high, letting these leaders go around him. I don't know if he's thinking maybe he can get some of that damage fixed on the next caution. I'm sure he's wanting it as the 3 wide. The number 4 of Rob Haynes goes around the 02 and the 2. The 2 being Chad Engel and the 02 of Josh Mayu. So Chad Engel goes another lap down. That was James Lehman passed him. So he'll go 3 laps down. Josh Mayu will be a lap down. Terry Griffey in the number 6 machine still sitting on pit road. I'm not sure if Terry's going to be able to get back out there or not, but still sitting on pit road. Heavy damage on that Levi Garrett machine. Back up front, though, James Lehman popping in another lap. Led 19 laps so far here, folks. Ralph Vandervorst looking to make a full pass on, it looks like, the number 33 of Scott Holler, and he does. Scott Holler running back here in 25th, started 30th. And that is a pretty paint scheme by Scott there. It looks like Scott is a rookie to the league. Scott Holler and Scott Jones, and of course you've got Matthew McCann, also a rookie to the league as well. Looks like these guys are getting spread out just a little bit. Dalton Tucker now finds himself 1.1 second behind James Lehman. Rob Haynes finds himself 1.2 7 seconds behind James, but he's only 0.5 of a second behind Dalton. So he's still right there with Dalton Tucker. Dalton Tucker, Scott Hunsinger, the number 22 machine, taking it low as the 2 of Chad Engel is going to stay high. And as you can see, they're getting a little squirrely out there. I'm sure the tires on the vehicle are really showing right now. And you know what? We're going to ride along. Looks like with we're going to ride along with Michael Guidry in the cockpit view, and kind of show you how they have their hands through here. Oh, and we got a caution. Right when I do that, we get a caution. And we'll go back and take a look and see what happened if I can find it. Oh, it looks like Trey Davis went around. Let's go back and take a look, folks. All right, we're going to Trey Davis in the number 30 machine. Looks like he's by himself. I'm sure he probably lost it on his own, unfortunately, but we'll look at it here. Coming out of turn number 2. Oh, it happened up front. The 3 of Chuck Carroll and the 2 get into it. So Chuck Carroll kind of goes back up the track, and oh, he gets T-boned by the 30 of Trey Davis. Trey Davis having nowhere to go and just T-bones the 3 of Chuck Carroll. Wow. Well, heavy damage on both of their machines as well in that, and they will be coming down pit road. So we're going to bring up pit stops here real quick. Looks like Jim Westerfield will win that race off of pit road, folks. All right, let's get somebody up here to interview. Trevor Rapolo, this is Josh from the booth, man. Got a copy? Trevor?
Yep, I'm here.
Hey, Trevor. Yeah, man. Well, how's the race going for you down there, man? I know it's a long race for y'all guys. I wanted to get you up here, before the race started, but, you were on the track, didn't want to disturb you. But you won a couple of weeks ago, and you come into the night here at Las Vegas. What's your mindset coming in here tonight, bud?
Well, having a little bit of trouble hearing you there. You're just a little bit quiet. But, yeah, at the beginning of the night, just after putting in some practice laps, felt like it got real loose after a few laps, like kind of center of the corner. So my idea was to not qualify and watch these guys all wreck in front of me and lose it. But so far they're doing a good job, and there hasn't been as many wrecks as I thought so far. So they might have a green look to it, so it might be time to push a little harder here.
Well, do you think the tires and the fuel is going to play a big factor on the outcome of this race?
Yeah, I think if you can keep tires on it, for sure, you'll be in good shape. But we got to get long enough runs. Like that run right there still wasn't long enough to really kind of separate the people that were saving versus the people that weren't. So I think it's going to take more of a run than that. So they're not wearing as bad as I thought they were going to. So we'll see.
Well, all right, Trevor, man. Well, good luck, and you got the car clean still, and I'm sure your plan is to keep it clean, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna take it easy and try to pick them off one by one, and hopefully at the end be in position to take advantage of it and get the win.
Well, all right, Trevor, man. Well, good luck out there. I know y'all are probably getting the one to go here, so I'll drag you back down, and good luck, man.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Trevor.
All right.
All right, one of the guys I wanted to interview before the race started, and you know, like I said, he was still out there on track, so I didn't really want to disturb him, but we'll get him up here. Got to talking to him, so you know, he's saying he wants a longer run. So I guess we're gonna have to see exactly what happens on the long run, but yeah, they are gonna go green flag racing here, and you know, we're gonna go back on. Looks like James Lehman and Dalton Tucker is going to be on row 1. Rob Haynes and Scott Hunsinger, row 2. George Munger and Kirk Quest going to be in row 3 on this restart. Number 14 of Dalton Tucker electing to choose the inside. James Lehman going to be on the outside of the 01 machine. Going to be coming to lap 37 when they get the green flag, folks. All right, here we go. Pace car dives in. And the green flag is out. Dalton Tucker and James Lehman both get a great start, and they're still side by side as they cross the line. James Lehman going to lead the lap, though. I believe he had the line there, and James is going to dive it low in front of 14 of Dalton Tucker. James getting a gap between him and Dalton. Here comes the number 4 of Rob Haynes. Looking to make his move on the outside of the 14 of Dalton Tucker, but you can't count out the 22 of Scott Hunsinger. Scott's fighting his way, trying to fight his way onto the outside to try to get around 14 of Dalton Tucker. And it looks like he didn't make that pass right there. George Munger, though, will make the pass on the 95 of Kirk Quest there to go in to the 5th spot. Trevor Rapallo, we just talked to him during that interview, wanting a long green flag run here at Las Vegas. So, you know, I'm sure he's hoping to get that directly behind him, though. Kirk West trying to figure out what he needs to do to get around him, but a battle back here behind them between Michael Guidry and the number 8 of Anthony Fitchner. Anthony Fitchner in the 8 machine. And Michael Guidry will be in the 15. It looks like Anthony will make that pass fully on Michael. Anthony will go into the 8th spot. Bruce Ackerman in the 92 machine looking onto the inside of Michael Guidry as well. Going to try to complete that pass, and he does with ease. Wow, what is going on with the 15 of Michael Guidry's car? Looks like he just has no grip, no speed out there. Then again, it could be all in his plan as well. Nobody knows anybody's plan. And here comes the, looks like the 46 of Ed Adams. Was looking into the inside of Michael Guidry, but decided not to opt in to take that and kind of back off a little bit. Joey Stats in the 88 machine looking to the inside of Ed Adams, who's on the outside. Joey Stats does have some damage on that car. He's got some rear end damage on that car due to the incident he was in. But it doesn't look like it's affecting his speed any at all. It looks like, you know, for the most part, he does have the speed needed. So he is still out here running the laps as well. Timmy Cooper running strong. He also has some damage on that car from the incident. And, boy, they got really close. Him and the number 1 of Aaron Burge. They got really close right there. And I really can't stay on Aaron as he's blinking. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with Aaron. But he is blinking just, well, heavily now. They almost touched. Well, back up front, though, folks. James Lehman has led 31 laps, and as he crosses the line, it'll make it 32 laps that James has led. So we're gonna try this again, and we're gonna try to ride along with somebody here to kind of give you an idea of what's going on. Even though they just pitted, we're gonna go with Rob Burns back here in the number 12. So we're gonna ride along with him real quick, and I'll shut up. Y'all can kind of you know, see what they have to go through in the K&N car. Alrighty, folks. Well, we was riding along with Rob Burns there, currently running back into the 10th spot. Of course, you could see in front of him there were some battles going on, and it looks like he's going to make a battle too between him and the number 65 machine of George Munger. He'll make the pass on George, and George looks like he's going to try to fight back onto the inside, not able to keep that grip down there. To stick his nose in, so he will fall back into the 10th spot. Rob Burns will now go back into 9th. They've still got a long race ahead of them, guys. And it looks like Rob Haynes in the Ford machine just pulling up on James Lehman. James only got a 0.2 of a second lead on Rob. So Rob knocking at the door for James Lehman. Rob has not led any laps here yet. Still looking for that first lap led. Got to go back to Dalton Tucker, who has led 5 laps. Of course, James Lehman, the current leader, has led 38. Oh, and we got a caution. It looks like Joey Stats. We'll go back and take a look, folks, see what happened to Joey. All right, we're going to ride along with Joey here in the 8. Looks like he's got the 65 on the outside of him. What happened here? Oh, it looks like it just broke loose. Might have got tapped a little bit. I'm not sure exactly, but Joey Stats goes hard into the wall and will bring out the caution. I don't know if anybody got collected in that or not, but Joey does keep it up on the wall, and everybody goes around him. But it looks like, yes, Joey Stats, that will bring out the caution here on lap 50, it looks like, and he stops it right there at the line, which does bring out the caution. So Joey Stats bringing out the second caution. Just looks like it broke loose. There might have been a tap there, I'm not sure. That is not for me to decide. That is for the admin. But James Lehman looks like, yes, he is going to bring them all down pit road, folks. All right, who's going to win this battle off of pit road? As they all are in the pit real quick. Times are coming in for their pits. Probably going to take all 4 tires and probably fill up on gas while they're in there. And boy, that was a quick stop. It looks like James Lehman will take that off of, will win the race off of pit road. George Munger. This is Josh from the booth, man. Got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
George, I'm doing just fine, man. Well, you started 7th, kind of currently running back here in the 11th spot. How's the racing going for you down there? And are the green flag runs long enough for you?
Car gets real bad in the middle of the run. It's hard to hold on to. You got to really take it easy. Keep the tires underneath you.
So the tire wear pretty strong out there?
Yeah, it's actually not too bad. It comes back to you after a while.
All right. Well, I know it's still a long race ahead of y'all guys, so good luck, George. And, man, nice clean car out there still.
Thank you.
All right, George Munger currently running back here in the 11th spot. We'll see if we can get somebody else up here. Alrighty, well, looks like James Lehman will going to be starting on the restart here. Got to keep the tires underneath the car. So I'm sure there's a lot of people out there having some issues with that. But you know, comes back to you, goes away and comes back. So a little bit of change up with the tires here at Las Vegas. Well, if it's the first time here, folks, remember to hit that like button if you're enjoying the broadcast of ECR. Like I said earlier, we pretty much stream 7 days a week. We do dirt, rallycross, ovals. You know, I'm sure if they had the super trucks on iRacing, we'd be doing that too. Got a lot of, like I said, broadcasters and co-commentators and out there here at MaxSpeedTV, and you know, we enjoy doing it. So but looks like they're going to be going on their restart, and these guys coming up behind them going to have a full head of steam. Of course, they're going to get it woed down on the restart. But James Lehman and Dalton Tucker, James Lehman going to elect to start onto the outside in the 01 machine there. Dalton Tucker will be starting on the inside in the 14 machine. As the pace car will make its all-elusive dive left into pit road. And
green flag.
James Lehman, it looks like it's a little squirrely there. Probably not the restart he wanted, but he does get the gap between him and Dalton Tucker, which is going to send Dalton right behind him. Rob Haynes going to be coming in third in the 4 machine. Anthony Fitchner back here has now found himself in a good spot, running in the 4th spot. Looks like he does have some damage on that 8 machine. Anthony Fitchner moving on up. Scott Hunstinger in the 22 machine, running back here in 5th, and it looked like we had somebody into the wall there. Not sure exactly who that was. Kind of tapped the wall and lost his position. Kurt West, 120th, currently running into the 6th spot. And, well, of course, we've got some battles going on back here, folks. The number 12 of Rob Burns looking to the inside of Michael Guidry. And it looks like number 12 will make that pass on Michael. And Ed Adams in the 46 looking to the inside. Boy, look at the number 20. The number 29 of Douglas Hess right on the tail of the 46 of Ed Adams, kind of backed it off. Boy, if he hadn't hit that right, boy, it would have probably spun him. So good thing Douglas knows where the front end of his car is. As now Douglas looks to the inside of the 46, going into turn 3 and coming out of 4. Can Douglas make it stick? And he does. Douglas made it stick go into the 12th spot as they cross the line. James Lehman is going to come back up in the 1st. still holding strong up here. Of course, going through the point, we did not do this at the beginning of the race, but Dalton Tucker is currently in first in the point, moved up the spot from last week. Trevor Rapallo, after winning the 2 weeks ago, currently second, Chuck Carroll in third, Ralph Vandervorst in fourth. Josh Mayhew and Anthony Fitchner are actually tied for fifth and sixth, so they're going to be a battle right there between them two. Ian Adams and Jim Westerfield tied for seventh and eighth, so you know they're going to be battling. Rob Burns in ninth, and David Bordney will round out your top 10 in points, even though this is only the second race of the K&N series for ECRs. The points are tied as between first and second. There's only a 9-point gap between them two. James Lehman still holding strong. But he's got company all around him with Anthony Fitchner. Rob Haynes now takes the lead, and he will lead his first lap of the race. So Rob Haynes coming to lap 60 will lead his first lap of the race. James Lehman going to get caught back here in second. Anthony Fitchner has not led a lap yet either. He is in a good spot to do so as he is currently running in third. Dalton Tucker has led 5 laps. He is currently running back here in fourth and on the tail of Anthony Fitchner. Scott Hunsinger back here in 5th place in the number 22 machine. And Scott has yet to lead a lap as well. So the two of the 5 gentlemen out here racing have yet to lead a lap. Anthony and Scott up here in the top 5. Bruce Ackerman, who is back here in 6th, still wanting to lead the lap as well, but you know, a whole lot of laps still left yet to go for him to do so. Trevor Rapallo started back in 22nd spot, currently running into 7th. George Munger back here currently running in 8th, started 7th, but kind of running where he started, trying to save what he can. Kirk West currently in 9th, started 20th, got a top 10 right now. And Rob Burns started 16th, currently in the 10th spot, but got company behind him with Michael Guidry. Michael started 3rd and has fired himself back into the 11th. And right behind him, Douglas Hess just got a little bit loose coming out of 2 to go on the backstretch, but good save by Douglas Hess, who's currently running in as well. But back up front, though, Rob Haynes is still leading as he's got company behind him of James Lehman, looking to dominate more on the most laps led. James has led 48 laps. Rob Haynes has led 5. Dalton Tucker has led 5 as well. Douglas Hess has led 1. And Chuck Carroll, who is 15 laps down, back out here on the racetrack in the number 3 machine. He has led 4 laps. And, nice to see you back out here, Chuck. Looks like Joey Stats has retired his vehicle. So Joey Stats is done for the evening. Going to be looking to try to come back in 2 weeks for the K&N ECR series. Now in 2 weeks will be the 25th. They will be at Atlanta Motor Speedway, and of course we all know how Atlanta is. So look out for that one. That will be March the 25th. 7:45 p.m. Central Standard Time is when I'll be going live for that race. Of course, you cannot forget about the ECR Truck Series as well, every other Monday night. So they won't have a race tomorrow night, but next Monday, March the 19th, will be ECR Truck here at Las Vegas. So they not only brung the K&N cars on the haulers, but they do have the trucks as well. So they're going to get plenty of laps here at Las Vegas for both. So look out for that one. Will be March 19th. Will be next Monday night, 7:45 p.m. Central Standard Time. That'll be 8:45 p.m. Eastern. Back up front, though, Rob Haynes, boy, has got really company now of James Lehman of the 01 machine right on his bumper there. 0.1 of a second behind Rob. He's right there trying to get around him as James looks low. Going to try to make that pass on him, and if he can make it stick, he will make the pass, and he does. So James Lehman will go back into first place here for the ECR K&N Series at Las Vegas, and he will lead. He has led 49 laps so far as he made that pass on Rob. Dalton Tucker back here currently running in third. Started first. I'm sure he wants to win, but you know, there's still a long race ahead. I mean, still a whole lot of laps to go down. They have 134 laps, and they're coming to lap 70 right now. So almost, well, we are over halfway here at Las Vegas. They are winding down the race. Of course, still a whole lot of laps yet to go. This is a pretty good green flag run that they have been on. Go back and take a look here. Looks like a lot of the guys pitted on lap 49 and lap 50 under that last caution. So they're on about 20, 21 lap old tires right now, roughly. Of course, I'm going off of the IRTVO event to show where everybody, you know, when everybody last pitted. I could be wrong. There could be, you know, give or take a few laps, you know, plus or minus. So we're roughly about 20 to 21, somewhere around there. Though has now got a 0.6 second lead over Dalton, and Dalton's got company himself as Rob Haynes in the 4 machine is moving closer and closer up. Rob Haynes 0.2 seconds, 0.2 of a second behind Dalton. So Dalton doesn't really have that much room to breathe here, but you know, if them two get into a battle, James Lehman up here is just going to pull away, so I'm sure James is looking in his rearview mirror like, yeah, y'all two go ahead and battle it up. I'll just continue on and, you know, get a bigger gap between y'all two. But I'm sure that's not what they're wanting to do. They're pretty much staying in single file as everybody has pretty much spread out here. I mean, you have to... Back here, Jason O'Connor currently running at 15th, started 23rd. He is right at 10 seconds almost behind the leader of James Lehman. So from first to 15th, there's a 10-second gap, and this is what happens when tires start to fall off and people just get going. As we see a battle right here, as I just clicked on it, the 95 of Kurt West just put the nose of his car right up and underneath Trevor Rapolo, and kind of backed off before they went to the corner, and thought they were going to go 3 wide there for a moment as Anthony Fitchner up here was caught onto the outside. of the number 92 of Bruce Ackerman is going to go underneath him to make that pass, and he hasn't really completed the pass yet. So what's it going to take to complete the pass there? As now Trevor Rapolo going to look to the inside as well of Anthony Fisher, and they're going to try to make a double pass here as the 92 does get around Anthony, but here comes Trevor in the 90, still on that low side, still looking to make the pass, and boy, Trevor goes high, gets really close to Anthony there. A good thing they did not touch. You could not put a piece of paper between them two machines whatsoever, as they were that close. 95 of Kirk West has got a bird's eye view of this as he's standing right there, and Kirk West is looks like he's going to take it 3 wide, and he does, but went 3 wide there for a moment. Anthony Fisher, kind of made a little bit better of a pass and kind of said, nope, that's not going to happen. Of course, 95 with Kirk West still on the low side there. Hey, so they're battling up back here between these guys. The 92 of Bruce Ackerman, Anthony Fisher, Kirk West, Trevor Rapolo, and of course now Michael Guidry is wanting to put his 2 cents in and said, hey, I want a piece of this. So watch out for Michael Guidry in the number 15 Capital One machine as he makes his way up here. And man, oh man, are they really getting close between them two of Anthony Fisher and the 20 of Trevor. Wow, that was close. But back up front, James Lehman in the 01 machine still holding it strong with as he crosses the line. It'll be 60 laps he has led here at Las Vegas. 60 laps. They are on lap 80. They are on lap 80. When they come to the line, it will be lap 81, folks. 81 of 134 when James Lehman crosses the line. But we're going to go down through the top 10 here real quick, folks. Kind of give you a rundown of what's going on. James Lehman, of course, started second, currently running into the first spot. Dalton Tucker started first, currently running in the second spot. Rob Haynes started fourth, currently running in a third. Scott Hunsinger started ninth. He is up here running in the fourth spot. Bruce Ackerman started 21st and is now up here in fifth. Kirk West started 20th, currently running in sixth. Trevor Rapolo started 22nd, currently in the seventh spot. Michael Guidry started third. He is up here in eighth. Ed Adams started 17th. He is in ninth. And a battle for 10th back here between Anthony Fitchner and Douglas Hess. So I really don't know who to put in the 10th spot right here as they battle that part out. Let them fight over it, folks. Let's see who actually comes out in the top 10. So right now it looks like Douglas Hess will be your current 10th. He started 24th. Of course, Anthony Fitchner started 12th, running in 11th. Rob Burns started 16th, running in 12th. David Bordney started 13th. He is currently running in 13th. Jason O'Connor started 23rd. He is currently running in 14th. George Munger started 7th. He is kind of back here running in 15th. Of course, we talked to him earlier a little bit. He's just wanting to concentrate on the race and, keep it clean and, worry about the tires and the fuel. So I understand George's concerns on that one. A lot of people, they like to be interviewed and then they don't like to be interviewed, but they really want to concentrate. So that's the thing about it. And that is your top 15 here for ECR K&N Series at Las Vegas. So far, folks, we've only had 3 cautions for 11 laps, of course 8 lead changes roughly here tonight, folks. So yes, 3 cautions, and that's not bad for Las Vegas. 3 cautions. Of course, the race ain't over yet, and I'm sure they don't want any more, but 3 cautions, that is not bad at all. So what we're gonna do here a little bit, since everybody's pretty much spread out, and I'm sure they're filling their tires right now. Of course, you couldn't tell really if James Lehman is filling them any at all, because he is still out here dominating the race up front. Has now led 66 laps and has got a 1.2, 1.3 second gap on Dalton Tucker. Dalton Tucker, like I said, is your current point standings leader. Dalton Tucker does have 86 total points. So Dalton Tucker, it would be, you know, a good finish for him to finish second, but I'm sure he wants to win. He wants to extend the gap on Trevor Rapallo, who has got 77 points, who is in second place in the points. Chuck Carroll, like I said, in third. Chuck Carroll has 66 points. He is 20 points behind Dalton Tucker, but only 11 points behind Trevor. So, there's really not a big point gap between these guys right now. Of course, this is only the race number 3 of the season. Like I said, they go to Atlanta on the 25th of this month. That should be a very interesting race as well for these guys. We all know how Atlanta is. But yeah, I mean, it's been a good race so far here tonight. James Lehman does have company beside him. Looks like the number 69 and Trevor Rapallo is going around him, and of course it looks like we've got people pitting. It looks like they have decided now. They are in the pit window, so people are going to start pitting. They're going to get that fuel, and Trevor had to back up. Pulled too far in his pit stall and has to back up to get correctly in his pit stall for our race to detect it. And it looks like Bruce Ackerman will finish his pit stall and is heading out. So is Trevor Rapallo also going to be heading out. So these two guys are now officially full on gasoline, and for Mr. Feelgood there as well. And not sure exactly what happened to there we go. Okay, I have Anthony blinked out there for a moment. He's still blinking, so I'm not really going to be able to stay on him, but Anthony blinking a little bit. Douglas Hess, though, on Douglas right now, currently running in 7th, started 24th. Of course, I'm sure you're going to see more of these guys going to come down pit road. The question is, when are the leaders going to come down pit road? That will be the big question here, folks. It looks like Bruce Ackerman, Ed Adams, Jason O'Connor, and Trevor Rapallo have pitted. David Fordney, Josh Mayu is now coming down pit road, is in his pit stall, going to get those for Mr. Feelgoods and a full tank of gas. And he will be back out there on the track as well. So some of these guys are elected to come to pit road, as we do now have some takers for pit road. Michael Guidry going to be coming down as well. Jimmy Cooper just now entering pit road, going to get those tires, and he will be off and away as well. So yes, they are under the pit window for the tires and for the fuel. This evening here for green flag pit stops. This will actually be the first green flag pit stop for this race, as the other ones were under caution. I'm sure this is what they wanted to see. Of course, this is going to change things up just a little bit, as it's going to put some people a lap down until it cycles through. Now, what they don't want to see is a caution. Because if they see a caution, then everybody that's a lap down will be a lap down. And, of course, they won't get it back unless another caution comes out. But, yeah, it's James Lehman still out here, excuse me, dominating the race, has led 74 laps, now to 75. So he's putting on a show here. Dalton Tucker has fallen back to now 1.4 second gap behind James. Now, when are these two guys going to pit? And here comes Kirk West going to come down pit road as well. And Anthony Titchener off and away. So Kirk West coming down pit road, slides into his pit stop, slides too far, and oh, he just can't get it straightened back up. There he goes, gets it straightened back up. That's going to cost him some time. And here comes Rob Haynes, going to come down pit road, folks, as well as Scott Hunsinger. So now some of the leaders are going to come down pit road. Rob Haynes currently in the 3rd spot, and Scott Hunsinger in 4th. So these two guys going to come down pit road. Now James and Dalton's got something to think about. Okay, now that most of these guys now out here have fresh tires and the fuel needed to, I'm sure, finish the race, when are they going to elect to come down pit road? That is the thing. Are they going to just take the chance it, hope for a caution, or are they going to have to make that pit stop? They can't wait too long because these guys all have fresh tires behind them, and James Lehman going to dive it low there. When will James come in? It looks like he is not going to come in at that time. So James still not coming in, as the top 6 have still yet to pit right now. Who's now the top 6? James Lehman, Dalton Tucker, Douglas Hess is now coming down pit road. So Douglas Hess going to make his pit stop. Matthew McCann and Scott Holler have yet to pit as well. So pit stops are winding down. Everybody trying to get the fuel and the tires to make it. And I'm sure James and Dalton Tucker up here just I'm sure they're hoping for a caution. I'm sure that's what they're hoping for. They don't want to be part of it, but I'm sure that's what they're hoping for. James Lehman, though, he still dominating. 79 laps led. The big question is, when is he going to pit? When he crosses the line, it'll be 80 laps led here at Las Vegas. There it is, 80 laps. What an outstanding performance from James. Dalton Tucker going to make the pass on him, and James Lehman is coming down pit road, so that will give the lead up to Dalton Tucker. Now when is Dalton going to pit? You know, now Dalton has seen James go down pit road, so now when will Dalton Tucker pit? That's going to be Dalton's think mode there. So he has seen James pit. So I'm sure it won't be too long, folks. We'll see Dalton Tucker in the number 14 machine come down pit road. And yes, just one lap and he is coming down pit road. So can George Munger make it around to lead a lap? Or is he going to come down pit road as well? Of course, I believe George might have already pitted. Can he make it back around to lead a lap and pass Dalton? Of course, it'll have to be on the next time around. Yes, George Munger will take over the lead. He'll have to go around one more time to lead a lap, as they're almost 3 wide right here. As looks like the number 12 of Rob Burns makes it around him. So now people are getting back on the lead lap as this finally cycles through. So George Munger will lead his first lap of the race. by passing up the leaders who have now pitted. Everybody, I believe, pitted, or it is close to it. But George will lead the first lap. Now he started 7th, currently running in first. Matthew McCann, I don't believe he is pitted yet. He might have. It's really hard to keep up with who has pitted and who hasn't. But Matthew McCann, currently running in the 2nd spot. He is a rookie to the lead, so good run for Matthew. Rob Haynes, currently running in 3rd. Scott Holler in 4th, and Scott Hunsinger. So now we've got a battle of the Scots for 4th and 5th. So it's gonna make things interesting as they wind down the last 29 laps or so here at Las Vegas. Been pretty good racing. Been pretty good racing so far as this battle going on. Like I said, on the cautions, we've only had 3 cautions here tonight. So once they got the cautions out of the way, it's been pretty much smooth sailing and green flag racing from there. They just finished their first green flag pit stop of the evening. They pitted under the green flag, under the caution. Of the 3 cautions that they had, and they have made their way through the green flag pit tonight. So George Munger, though, still holding strong up here in first. Rob Haynes, though, is 2.3 seconds back behind George and gaining a little ground on him as Rob Haynes goes into 3. He coming out of 4 here momentarily crossing the line will cut that lead in half of George. So now Rob is down to about a second behind George Munger. Somebody is cutting across the grass there. I'm not sure who that was cutting across the grass there, but it looked like somebody was got a little squirrely there. All right, so Rob Haynes is going to go around George. So Rob Haynes back up front. George Munger in 2nd. George now, yes, going to come down pit road. That will give the lead up to Rob Haynes. So Rob now has led 10 laps this evening here at Las Vegas. Now everything is switching back up. James Lehman, though, and Dalton Tucker. James currently has led the most laps. James Lehman, like I was saying before, folks, on his way back up front here, is currently running in 4th. He does have fresh tires, so he is just passing them left and right here. Now he goes into the 3rd spot. Dalton Tucker right behind him, also having fresh tires. Dalton pitting right behind him, pretty much made his way back around the track after he's seen James go down pit road. So Dalton also has fresh tires as well, but Rob Haynes still leading, has now led 12 laps this evening. It'll be lap 111 when they cross the line. So about 24 laps left to go. So they're winding them down here as they finally got everything situated. After the cautions, of course, Jonathan Whalen looks like is still a lap down as well. Jimmy Cooper, Ralph Vandervorst, haven't really talked about him too much this evening. Started 25th, currently running in 17th. Alrighty, folks, my dogs were barking. I'm sure y'all can tell. I've got some little ones here, so they decided to speak their opinions, and you know, they can get relatively loud. So, but yeah, Ralph Vandervorst, I haven't really spoke of him much. Currently running in 17th. He's about a lap down here, running back in 17th. Started 25th. So I'm sure it's not the run he wanted. George Munger. Now a lap down, running back here in 18th. But back up front, Rob Haynes still holding strong up here, but he's got company not too far behind him. Well, he's about 7 seconds behind him, and James Lehman. Now what's Rob's plan here? Now Rob, I'm sure, is thinking, okay, just keep James behind me, and I've got this. But James is really closing the gap. Little by little, as now it's down to 6.5 seconds behind Rob Haynes. Scott Hunsinger in third, Dalton Tucker in fourth as well with fresh tires. Has got about an 8.1 second. There's about an 8-second gap between him and Rob. Is about a 0.3 of a second gap between him and Scott. Trevor Rapallo, like I said, won a couple of weeks ago. He is looking to dominate the win here tonight. He is currently running in 5th. Matthew McCann right here, and they're 3 wide here, folks. Matthew McCann goes high, kind of a rick to the lead. Kind of keeps it high and lets the guys pass. Of course, that would be Bruce Ackerman in the number 92 and Kirk Quist in the number 95, as they're still side by side fighting for that 6th spot. And the number 95 of Kirk Quist trying to make it stick, and he does, so he'll take that spot from the 92 of Bruce Ackerman, as they have 19 laps to go here, folks. 19 laps, and you know, for a 134 lap race, they have really wound it down here tonight. They kind of got it straightened out after the 3 cautions that they had. Of course, we're going to go back here and check on some of these guys, as they are now 18 laps to go, and James Lehman is still trying to close that gap between him and Rob Haynes, now down to about 5.5 seconds between Rob Haynes and James Lehman. Of course, Dalton Tucker now has kind of closed the gap between him and James Lehman about 1.5 seconds. So Dalton's coming. He's coming as well, and so is James Lehman. James Lehman now down to 5.5 seconds, roughly, behind Rob Haynes. But is there enough laps there to keep for Rob Haynes to keep James behind him? That remains to be seen. But we're going to go down through the top 10 on lap 16. With 16 laps to go, folks, we'll go down through the top 10 real quick. Rob Haynes currently running in first place, started 4th. James Lehman started 2nd, currently running in 2nd, kind of trying to battle his way back up to Rob. Dalton Tucker started 1st. He is currently running in 3rd. Scott Hunsinger started 9th, currently running in 4th. Trevor Rapallo started 22nd, kind of back in the pack a little bit. Currently running in 5th. Bruce Ackerman started 21st, currently in the 6th spot. Kirk West, and now Bruce Ackerman's going to battle it out for 6th and 7th there. Michael Guidry in the number 15 machine, currently 8th. He started 3rd. So he's got a bird's eye view of them 2 guys in front of him. Anthony Fitchner started 12th, currently running in 9th. Has got some damage, a little bit of damage on the rear end of that car. But still a good run for Anthony here. And Matthew McCain back here running in the 10th spot. He started 27th. So what a finish it would be for Matthew if he could get a top 10 tonight here at Las Vegas. Back up front, you know, I really don't want to leave up here, as they now have 14 laps to go here at Las Vegas. What's it going to take for Rob Haynes to keep the distance between him and James Lehman? as James is now down to about 5 seconds behind Rob Haynes. Is there enough laps for James Lehman to catch up to him? We'll find that out in about 13 laps, folks. But Rob's going to have to, you know, get around. He's coming up, it looks like, on the number 12 of Rob Burns there. Rob Burns may go a lap down if Rob Haynes can get around him. Boy, a lot of Robs in here. 2 Robs, actually, as that is not really poor position per se, but Rob Haynes does make that pass on the 12 of Rob Burns, who will now go a lap down officially. Last one on the lead lap, though, is Matthew McCain. Now back here in
Caution is out.
Oh, and we have a caution. And it looks like Kirk West might have been involved in that. Go back and take a look here, folks. See exactly what happened and how that caution came about. Oh, it happened right there. Okay, the 92 and the 95. Oh, it looks like they got a little swirly there. That's the tires wearing down. Yeah, Kirk Quest, the 92. The 02 of Josh Mayu and Anthony Titchener. Just, oh, man. Just T-boned, had nowhere to go, happened so quickly. Now he's going to have some damage on that machine as well, but a lot of these guys, oh man, are going to have some damage. The 92 of Bruce Ackerman smoking heavy damage on his machine as he just goes toppling and turning and hits the wall before somebody gets loose. You know, and that's what happens, folks. Somebody gets loose and you're right beside them. It's not pretty, as we've seen, but we got some takers going to come down pit road here. Bruce Ackerman going to come down pit road. Heavy damage on that machine smoking. I'm sure Bruce is none too happy about that with 10 laps to go, but getting a little squirrely, getting the air taken off of your car. Anything can happen. Netcode, that can happen too. Of course, I am not an admin. We'll let the admins all figure that out, you know, as the race progresses. And, of course, at the end of the race. But Rob Haynes is out here still up front. Of course, that's going to change everything. That will change everything, folks. That will put everybody right now pretty much on an equal playing field. Now on the restart, you know, what's going to happen? What's going to happen on this restart? I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, it's really hard to say because this has been, you know, a great race for these guys. That will make the 4th caution here tonight. And happened right at, you know, toward the end of the race. And I'm sure they all wanted, I'm sure Rob was just hoping it would just go green. But, you know, I'm kind of curious on Rob's thoughts here. So let me see if I can get Rob up here at the top. Rob Haynes, this is Josh from the booth, man. Got a copy?
Yeah, 10-4, I got you, Joshua. How's it going?
Well, it's going, man. Now, the big question here is, was you hoping that would come out, or was you just hoping it would stay green?
Oh, man, I was looking for the green. I pitted early there, got ahead of those 2 guys that I've been fighting with all night, and, man, I did not want to see that, Joshua. Hey, I'm gonna give it all I got here and see what happens here. I'm gonna take the outside line here and hope that James is a little bit sleeping on the restart here and get this win.
Well, Rob, man, I mean, you started back and forth. You know, you're kind of back and forth. You know, 4 cautions tonight's not bad for Las Vegas. I mean, there were 29 cars who officially started this race tonight. So, you know, the caution count not that high, and, you know, y'all did have 1 green flag pit stop, which kind of gave the gap kind of to you in your favor, but I'm sure that caution was not expected.
No, I was watching my relative there, and I had, I think, just over 4 seconds on top of James there, and he was catching me a little bit, but I think I had a clean run there to the end with 8 or 10 to go, and I'm just going to give it all I got here. I got fresh tires. I think, I think James is going to give it all he's got, and as long as we come out of this clean with a good finish, I'm going to be happy for this number 14.
All right, Rob. Well, good luck, man. Y'all are getting lined back up 2 by 2 here, so I'll let you go and see what happens, man. Good luck.
Thanks very much, Josh. Appreciate it, man.
All right, so Rob Haynes going to give it all he has. He's going to have James Lehman, it looks like, on the inside. Rob's going to start on the outside. So going to be a battle between them two as, this progresses. Scott Hunsinger going to be starting, looks like, in the third spot in the 22. Might be the 4th spot. Dalton Tucker is going to be starting third in the 14. The 22 of Scott Hunsinger are going to be 4th. And, of course, Anthony Fitchner up here in the 5th spot. Started 12th. I'm sure he didn't want to see it as well, but he does have a, pretty clean car. I mean, he does have some damage on that machine. Does look like he's got more, but the pace car is going to dive in here, folks, and there it is. Pace car is in. Rob Haynes going to be on the gas, and not the start that James Lehman wanted. James was sleeping just a little bit right there. Rob Haynes gets the run I'm sure he wanted and drops it low in front of the 01 of James Lehman there. Dalton Tucker, the 14 machine. Right there on James Lehman's bumper, folks. He is right there on his bumper. The 22 of Scott Hunsinger still high. Rob just wanting to get the win here tonight. They have 6 laps to go, folks. 6 laps to go. We're not going to leave this front line here as, they're going to battle it out for the win here. James Lehman has dominated the race with 80 laps led. Yes, I said that correctly. 80 laps he has led here tonight. That cannot be beaten. But Rob Haynes up here just trying to keep him and Dalton Tucker behind him. As we've seen earlier, it was James Lehman and Dalton Tucker. They were, kind of swapping back and forth as well. But Rob Haynes just wanting to hold on to the win here to try to get it with 5 laps to go, make it 4 to go when Rob crosses the line. The gap is 0.5 of a second between Rob Haynes and James Lehman. Alrighty, folks, gonna be 3 to go. They cross the line here, and of course, I'm sure Rob Haynes is just watching his rearview mirror as Dalton Tucker and James Lehman kind of battle it out for second and third here. But the more they battle, the further Rob gets ahead of them, and Rob now has still about a 5/6 of a second gap between Dalton and James. 3 laps to go. Still not over, folks. It is still not over by no means whatsoever. The 22 of Scott Hunsinger back here currently running in 4th. Of course, Trevor Rapallo is back here in 5th. Anthony Fitchner right back here in the 6th spot will be a great finish for him after getting in, some of the incidents there. But back up front, Rob Haynes still holding strong up here. Dalton Tucker now going to be taking over the 2nd spot. James Lehman back here in 3rd. Oh, and look at the 14 of Dalton Tucker get a little swirly there. Last lap, white flag is in the air. The next flag will be the race. Of course, it is a white flag, so anything can happen. Just 2 more turns for Rob Haynes, and he'll have the victory here, folks. So we'll just have to see exactly what happens here as he makes his way into 3, coming out of 4.
Second flag.
And Rob Haynes looks like will win here at Las Vegas for ECR K&N Series. Looks like Dalton Tucker and James Lehman. Dalton will finish 2nd and James Lehman 3rd, but we will get the official here in just a minute, folks. So congratulations to Rob Haynes, the winner here for the K&N Series at Las Vegas.
Second flag.
Rob Haynes, this is Joshua Booth, man. Got a copy?
Yeah, 10-4, man. Nice to talk to you again.
Well, I know we talked to you just a little bit ago, but hey, man, congratulations on pulling out the victory. Of course, the restart you wanted, man. James was sleeping just a little bit there, and he kind of pulled away about a 0.5 of a second gap between, him and Dalton. Of course, they were battling out for second there. So, but, talk about the race, man. And, of course, that restart there, because that's what would have determined the outcome of this race.
Oh yeah, 10-4. I choose the outside line there. It seemed to be working for everybody else all night, so I thought I'd give it a shot here. And got a good jump on James, and caught him sleeping, like you said, a little bit. And a great win for the number 4. And thanks to MaxSpeedTV and ECR. Appreciate everything they do. And this Kodak number 4, it's nice to get it back in winner's circle here.
Well, it was a fantastic race to watch. Of course, as always, I enjoy it. There was some gaps there to where it was quiet. I'm trying to keep my dogs off the screen, because they like to bark, but, when they get to barking, I kind of shut up a little bit, and then I pick back up where I left on. But man, that was a great race to watch. I really enjoyed calling it. And of course, I know you did your thank yous and everything, but, is there anybody else you would like to thank, give a shout out to for your victory here tonight?
Yeah, as always, my 3 daughters, they're a big part of my life and keep me going strong. And ECR and again, MaxSpeedTV, we appreciate what you guys are doing for us this year. This is fantastic to be part of this, and looking forward to a strong year in this number 4 Kodak Chevy.
All right, Rob. Well, like I said, man, congratulations on your victory here tonight in Las Vegas. Of course, in 2 weeks, y'all are going to go to Atlanta Motor Speedway for 163 laps. So before we let you go, what do you think about that track?
Yeah, I mean, that's another fast track. I hope we've got the setup underneath us for that. I like a loose race car. Even long in the run, it's I like the back end to be a little bit slippery and enjoy racing like that. And looking forward to Atlanta. Atlanta's a fast track. It shouldn't probably spread out as much. The field, a lot of good guys are going to be running at Atlanta, and looking forward to it. And thanks again, Joshua. I appreciate it.
All right, Rob. Well, like I said, man, congratulations. And, man, I do appreciate ECR coming back on board with MaxSpeedTV. I've always looked forward to watching ECR races, and glad to have y'all back. But, man, congratulations on your victory here tonight, and go celebrate.
Awesome. Thanks a lot.
Rob. All right, folks, we're going to get, looks like second place up here will be Dalton Tucker. Dalton Tucker, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, Dalton, man, what a race it was out there. I mean, you led 7 laps. You got that bonus point for leading a lap. You and James, battling out there at the end for second place. On mine, it looks like you just barely nosed him out for second place. But talk about your racing and kind of talk about the track conditions down there and what it took to just save the tires in the fuel run as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. Early in the run, you can drive the bottom, but you're gonna eat up your stuff and have nothing after 10 laps or so. So once we kind of got single file, I just kind of tried to work my way up the track and save what I could. But I mean, it's so touchy coming off of turn 4 that you just, if you're saved too much, then you're too slow. It's just one of those things.
Well, you think if there was any more laps left other than the final 8 y'all had on that restart, do you think if there was more laps, do you think you would have had anything to, pass James and maybe get up there to Rob and maybe, steal the win away from him?
It seemed like on maybe a 15, 20 lap run, I could catch Rob and I was a little bit quicker, but anything after that, we were about the same. So it would have been interesting if we had maybe 15 or 20, but it's so hard to pass here.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of people having some issues passing. Of course, we've seen a lot of people sliding. As the tires wore down. Of course, that's just what it does when you get those slick conditions, and then of course the fuel running out of the car, and then the tires wearing down. All combination, makes it pretty slick. So you guys are going to Atlanta in 2 weeks. Will be March 25th, back in the K&N cars. What do you think about Atlanta with, of course, the new update of iRacing and then the changes being made to Atlanta?
I actually look forward to it. Atlanta's always been pretty good to me. I run halfway decent there, but I look forward to getting back to a track that I'm more familiar with. I've never been good at Chicagoland or Las Vegas or Kansas or any of those, so it'll be nice to get back to something like that.
Well, all right, Dalton, man. Well, congratulations on your second place finish here, barely edging out James Lehman for second place. Is there anybody you want to thank, give a shout out to for your second place finish?
I give a shout out to my team, Haters Make Us Famous. Just in-race chatter really helps out, and knowing when to go on restarts, when to pit, all that really helps. And I appreciate what you're doing, giving us a broadcast to go back and watch.
Well, I hope y'all do enjoy it. I will actually go back and review it myself to make sure everything comes out clean and clear. I am using a new mic, so hopefully, it does pick up the sound properly. So I may have to make a few adjustments, but that doesn't stop me from yelling into the mic if I have to. But great racing tonight. 4 cautions. Big car count. 29 cars started. You had 30 in the room, but only 29 started. But still a good field tonight. So congratulations, Dalton, on second. And man, well, hopefully we'll see you at Atlanta Motor Speedway on the 25th.
Oh yes, sir. It was good seeing you.
Man. Go celebrate.
I will do.
Alrighty, folks. Well, that's Dalton Tucker. We're going to go to James Lehman here. Him and Dalton battled it out there for that spot. And I'm sure James is tickled to death in a sense that, he is now in the booth. James Lehman, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
James, I'm going to talk about what you did here on the track here at Las Vegas. You led 80 laps here tonight. 80 laps. Dominated the laps led. I am sure you wanted to get the win to go with that 80 laps. But talk about your racing. Talk about the final caution that came out. What happened on that restart and the finish you had with Dalton Tucker there? Because that was neck and neck for second place.
The race was really good. I was happy with the race, and then that final caution came out, and I was like, "Whew, I might actually have a chance, to win it." I was like, because Rob he pitted like 6 laps before us, and he was out there by like 4 seconds on us after all our tires became pretty much even. And I had a pretty bad restart there. It was I think he got like a 4 or 5 car length before the start finish line on me. I was bad on that restart, and that really hurt me. And then I noticed Dalton was running a little bit faster than me, so I just let him go by on the backstretch, and hopefully, I was able to just sit behind him and he would catch him. But once we got like 2 to go, I realized there was no catching him. So then that's when I started racing with Dalton, my teammate, and it came down to just just half a car length. He beat me, and I'm happy with a 3rd place finish, to be honest.
Well, that was a hard fought, for 3rd place. Dalton Tucker coming into tonight's race, in 1st place in the point standings. I went through them during the race as my mind went blank and I forgot to go through them, during, qualifying. So I went through them during the race, but, he did come into tonight, in 1st in the point. You came in, actually in 13th in the points. So great run by you to finish 3rd. That is definitely going to help you in the points to move up. No chase for the K&N. So it's all about points. I'm sure the more points you rack up, the better. But before we let you go, I asked everybody this. I got to ask you this. March 25th, y'all go to Atlanta Motor Speedway. With the changes being made to the track on iRacing and the update, what do you think the race conditions there are going to be when y'all, take the K&N cars to battle it out there?
To be honest, I think it's gonna be a very big change compared to a slick racetrack, and now that it's gonna have a little bit more grip and all the changes to it. It should put on a really good show, and I think it's gonna turn out just like how Vegas is.
All right, James. Well, congratulations on 3rd. I'm sure you wanted the win to go with that, 80 laps led, but it is what it is, man. And you did dominate. You did get the bonus point for leading the lap, and of course, you got the bonus point for leading the most laps. So you will pick up some bonus points there, pending any penalties or whatever that the admins, do. I'm sure, there won't be any, but, I'm not an admin, so I let Anthony and all them guys handle it down there. But, is there anybody you want to thank, give a shout out to for your 3rd place finish tonight, man?
I gotta thank Anthony, the owner of Haters Make Us Famous team. He's the one that, gave me this ride, and even know that I'm only going to be driving in this car for only a couple more months before I deploy to Europe, and I'm grateful that he's at least letting me drive for those couple months.
Well, first and foremost, thank you for your service, James. From a veteran to an active service member, I do appreciate it. You make it, you and everybody out there make it to where we're free to do this type of stuff, and that's a big plus. So thank you for your service, and good to see you out here doing this, and good luck, in Europe for your deployment. And we'll wish you the best here in Arkansas, and I'm sure the iRacing community as well wishes you the best when you do deploy. But we're going to see you before you go. I'm sure you're going to be racing at Atlanta on the 25th, correct?
Yes, sir. I'll be trying to make these next 2 races at least.
All right. Well, yeah, you got Atlanta Motor Speedway on March 25th. Of course, the ECR Truck Series, that, yes, I do broadcast that on Monday nights, will be March 19th. Y'all's going to actually be here at Las Vegas. So that's going to be interesting for the guys who do run both. And, of course, April the 8th, y'all will be at Darlington in the K&N cars. So, well, James, man, like I said, thank you for your service. And is there anybody you want to thank again to give a shout out to for 3rd place tonight?
I want to thank you, Josh, for broadcasting this race. It makes it possible for my family to watch it and everything. And thanks to all the fans out there rooting me on and my teammates.
Well, all right, James, man, we'll go celebrate 3rd place. Dominating the race with the most laps led, James Lehman with 80. So congratulations, James, and go celebrate. We're on 3rd place.
Thank you, Josh.
All righty, folks. We are going to go down to the final grid here. Final results here. Rob Haynes going to come home with the win tonight. So congratulations to Rob Haynes for winning here at Las Vegas. Dalton Tucker barely edging out James Lehman for 2nd place. Wow, what a battle them two had for 2nd. So James Lehman will be coming in third place. Scott Hunsinger in fourth. Trevor Rapallo wanted a repeat of 2 weeks ago. Unfortunately, came up short, but good run for him. He will finish in the fifth spot. Anthony Thitchner, the league owner, one of the league owners, will finish sixth after, getting some damage on that machine. So great run by Anthony. Douglas Hess will finish seventh. Michael Guidry in eighth. Rob Burns in ninth. Ed Adams will finish in 10th. George Munger will finish in the 11th spot. Jason O'Connor in 12th. David Bordney will finish 13th. Kirk Quest in 14th. Jim Westerfield in 15th. Jimmy Cooper will finish 16th. Ralph Vandervorst in 17th. Matthew McCann in 18th. Scott Holler in 19th. Jonathan Whalen will finish 20th. Chad Engel will finish 21st. Josh Mayu in 22nd. Bruce Ackerman 23rd. Trey Davis 24th. Chuck Carroll 25th. Scott Jones in 26th. Aaron Burge 27th. Joey Stats will finish 28th. Terry Griffey will finish 29th. And Pat Rusha, who did not start the race tonight, will finish in 30th. So, congratulations to Rob Haynes. Whoop, hit the wrong one. Rob Haynes for winning here at Las Vegas tonight, folks. Join us tomorrow night here on MaxSpeedTV as these guys will here on MaxSpeedTV as we will be live again tomorrow night. The SRA Tornado Tailgaters Gen 6 series will be at Texas on MaxSpeedTV, 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central. Also the NWXS League at Auto Club, 11:30 Eastern, 10:30 Central on MaxSpeedTV. So for MaxSpeedTV, we will see you next time, folks. So stay safe and have a good night.